Have you ever sat alone, lost in the labyrinth of your own thoughts, and asked yourself, why do people leave my life? Why am I always the one left behind? What did I do wrong? I can see it in your eyes. You feel abandoned, discarded like something broken and no longer useful. You think they grew tired of you, as if your worth depended on their approval. But let me tell you something you might not want to hear, but desperately need to understand. It's not about you. It never was. The hidden hand of God. God saw what you couldn't. He saw beyond the surface. You were blinded by hope, by loyalty, by love. You saw the best in them because that's who you are. A heart that believes, forgives, and holds on. But God, He sees it all. The whispered lies, the hidden intentions, the smiles masking betrayal. He saw the cracks in the foundation long before they became visible to you. And so He removed them, not as punishment, but as protection. You think their departure is a curse, but in truth it's a blessing. You just can't see it yet. The doors we cling to, every time someone exits your life, you treat it like a closed door. You stare at that door, banging on it, begging for it to open again. You cry, wondering why it closed, why they left, why they didn't fight to stay. But here's the truth. God doesn't close doors to punish you. He closes them because He knows what's on the other side. He knows that if you keep walking through those doors, they'll lead you to ruin, to heartbreak, to a version of yourself that you were never meant to become. You're so focused on what you've lost that you fail to see what He's protecting you from. Not everyone deserves a seat at your table. Let's be honest, not everyone who comes into your life is meant to stay. Some people are like scaffolding, temporary supports to help you build something better. Once the structure is strong enough, the scaffolding must be removed. Others are like storms. They shake you, break you, and leave you to pick up the pieces. But even storms serve a purpose. They clear the air, wash away what no longer belongs, and leave the ground fertile for new growth. And then there are those who are simply distractions, shiny objects that catch your eye, but keep you from seeing the bigger picture. God removes them, not because you're not enough, but because they were never meant to walk the path He's laid out for you. The loneliness that teaches. I know what you're thinking, but it hurts. Why does it have to hurt so much? Because growth always hurts. When God removes people from your life, He's not just taking something away, He's making room for something greater. But before He fills that space, He needs you to learn how to stand on your own. Loneliness is not a punishment. It's a lesson. In the silence, you'll hear truths you've been drowning out. In the emptiness, you'll discover strength you didn't know you had. And in the solitude, you'll learn that your worth was never tied to who stayed or who left. You are enough, not because they said so, but because God made you so. The pain of letting go. Let's not sugarcoat this, it's going to hurt. Letting go always does. You'll miss them. You'll replay memories and wonder if you could have done something differently. You'll feel the sting of rejection, the ache of abandonment. But here's the thing, pain is temporary, but purpose is eternal. God didn't remove them because He wanted you to suffer. He removed them because He saw how their presence was stunting your growth, dimming your light, holding you back from becoming who you're meant to be. You're clinging to people who were never meant to go where God is taking you. The truth about love and loss. Real love doesn't leave. It doesn't manipulate, control, or make you feel small. If they left, it's because their love wasn't real, or at least not the kind of love you deserve. And yes, it's hard to accept, hard to let go of the idea of what could have been. But God doesn't operate in could-have-beens. He operates in what is and what will be. Trust Him. Trust that He knows what's best, even when it doesn't make sense. A new beginning. So what now? You pick yourself up. You wipe your tears, straighten your back, and take a step forward. You stop chasing after those who left and start embracing those who stayed. Most importantly, you start trusting God to bring the right people into your life at the right time. Because here's the truth. The people who left were not your destination. They were just part of your journey. You're still moving, still growing, still becoming. And the next chapter of your story, it's going to be better than anything you could have imagined. The promise of something greater. Remember this. God doesn't take without giving. He doesn't close a door without opening another, doesn't end a chapter without starting a new one. So stop mourning what's gone. Instead, look forward to what's coming, because what's ahead is better than what's behind. Trust the process, trust the plan, trust the one who sees it all. God saw what you couldn't, so He removed them. Not to hurt you, but to heal you. Not to break you, but to build you. And not to leave you empty, but to prepare you for fullness beyond your wildest dreams. This is not the end. It's the beginning. And you're just getting started.